Here we are. The first quarter has just ended, and we have our first quarter checkup. Hi, I'm Angie. Thanks for joining me here at Life Squared.
Welcome to Life Squared, brought to you by the Perfectly Imperfect Network, from imperfect folk everywhere.
Yep, here we are. One quarter of 2022 is already over with. And in January and some in December, we talked a lot about changes we were all going to make. And so right here, right now, is your first quarter checkup. If you never did get started, that's okay. You can start now. I just had our taxes done this morning, and she did a first quarter checkup on our financial situation, and to make sure we were doing everything right and we weren't going to get caught at the end of 2022 with, owing the government too much money or whatever financial woes we could have at the end of 2022. And I thought, you know what? Our viewers might need a first quarter checkup. So here we have it. Number one, I have to ask, how are those New Year's resolutions going? Did you stick with some of them? Did you stick with all of them? Did they all fail? Take an assessment. Sometimes we come up with ideas that weren't a very good idea in the first place. They need to be tweaked. So go back, revisit, because it's also springtime. Springtime is a lovely time to start new resolutions. Number two, changes. Just simply changes you wanted to make in your life. Maybe you wanted to change the color of your living room. There is no change too small or too large to, sort of take a look at and see if it needs to be tweaked. Or, if you already accomplished it, sit down and just pat yourself on the back because you made that accomplishment. Number three, money and taxes. Are you in line to make more or less money than you did last year? Like my tax lady told me this morning, you might need to adjust how much is being held out of your wages. You might want to keep track of how your expenses a little bit better in certain areas. She talked a lot to me about that. You might be making less money. And in the United States, that impacts a lot. And it impacts your taxes. It impacts your health insurance these days. So why don't you just take a moment and assess where you're at financially. Are you where you thought you would be? Are you prepared for the rest of the year? Number four, we did a video about getting to know you in the new year and keeping a journal about your thoughts and trying to learn who you are, meet you. It was a very popular video for us. So I know you're out there thinking about it. So how's that going for you? Keep it up. It takes a long time to get to know you. You're complex. Number five, what about your health and nutrition? We talked a lot about small changes, like maybe you're just going to give up one thing that's bad for you, like potato chips. Gosh, I love potato chips and I miss potato chips. But you know what? I feel a lot healthier when I don't eat potato chips. You don't necessarily need to take on this big, huge plan. That's great if you do. But sometimes you just need to start with baby steps. Start with potato chips. Start with soda. But definitely take a look at your health and nutrition and see if you're where you thought you would be at the end of the first quarter. Number six, health and exercise. Are you getting some exercise? Are you walking? Are you doing yoga? Are you lifting weights? Are you just getting outside more? Because I know that most of you had that goal for the new year. So check up on yourself. Number seven, goals, plans about businesses. A lot of people have talked to us about businesses. They want to start these small businesses, and the pandemic got them thinking, I'd like to work for myself. Maybe I'd like to work more at home. Maybe you like that. How's it going? because we've talked a lot about just doing something small every day to get to that goal. Yes, it might take a while, but every day that you do something, you're one step closer to your goal. And maybe that is a small business. And part of that plan is understanding and knowing the tax laws. I have had businesses pretty much my whole life. And this morning, I learned a couple of new things that the government has for small businesses. So take a look at that too. Number 8, your relationships. A lot of people wanted to improve their relationships. How's that going for you? If it's not going well, then sit down, make a new plan, tweak the old plan, make some phone calls, get in touch with some people. It's not too late. Number 9, what about tasks? Cleaning out your closet, waxing that wood floor, whatever your tasks might be. I have a lot of paper that needs to be shredded. That's been one of my goals. And I've made a little bit of progress, but not nearly as much as I said I would. I said I would give an hour a week to shredding papers. We have a lot of papers that belong to our deceased parents. And wow, I am nowhere near where I thought I would be, but I made a little headway. So, number 10, have you planned some time off, a vacation, even if it's a staycation? Those are very good ideas. And what I mean by ideas is a vacation fills our head with great ideas. And so the process of planning it is almost as awesome as when we actually take it. So make sure you plan some time off. And then ask yourself these questions. Are you happy? Are you happy with your progress? Are you on track? Are you where you thought you would be when the new year started? Do you need to improve your commitment? Do you need to amend the plan? Maybe you just need to ask yourself, do I need to start over? Whatever you need to do, just do it. And we're here with a lot of information to help you. So thanks for joining us. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, recommend us to your friends. But most of all, please keep joining us on our videos. Thanks from Life Squared.
We really appreciate you joining us today at Life Squared on the Perfectly Imperfect Network. To get more content, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions or feedback, we'd love to hear from you in the comments section. Thanks for watching.